who has the most votes, and thanks to Harry Reid.
Okay, we're just having a look at a IC701. On an early video, we were just having a bit of a look and play, and I thought, let's just have a look at the receiver on this thing.
You can't do that. Well, Harry Reid did it. Oh, whoops.
This guy's a 20/9 coming out of the US.
The local yokels, those judges, I guess, are all elected, huh?
Look at these signals.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one I didn't know.
I'm pointing right at him at the moment with the beam, so it's good to see such...
Judges and lawyers in Indian courts don't have to be lawyers.
My goodness. We'll go to fast AGC.
Some sort of a shaman, some kind of a witch doctor or something?
I will not comment. No, you're not going to get me down there. No, they just
My
have to
goodness,
be,
some really nice signals. Okay, so this is the IC701, put out in about 1855, or somewhere near there. It's a few years old. This has the matching IC701PS. Now, they did use a very interesting rear connector, so having the power supply is really good because those connectors are very hard to get these days. But let me tell you, these guys absolutely booming in on this old girl. Audio quality is fantastic. I've just got to find a microphone. I started this video, then I realised, where's the mic? So we'll find that in a minute. Let me just come off their frequency a bit. Go to Ricky. Now, interesting just to see if we're getting any transmit. Now, they do have a transmit receiver. Oh, yeah, no probs. Not actually in line with the power meter at the moment. We'll put this into the monitor. Hang on. All right, so I've just put it into our trusty old Motorola 2001D analyzer, which I'd be lost without, to be honest. I love the old girl. Let's just see if she's doing any power. I haven't actually tried it yet. Let's find out. Oh, that's not bad for 93 point, what was it? 94 watts. Geez, every time I hit it, it's going more. 95. Well, yeah. Anyway, look, I'm just using RIDI for the moment. Not bad for an old girl. Let's go down to 7.1 and see if that receiver is as good as what I just said with those guys that we were just listening to. Let's inject a little bit of signal and see whether it agrees. What are we at? Actually, I may be a little bit off. Let me just peek that. Sorry. Oh no, we're pretty much right. It's okay. Yeah, sorry. 709.9, close enough. So let's see if we take that down to, turn that volume up a bit. Okay, it's 1 microvolt. Oh, wrong way. Hearing that quite solidly. And that's at 0.5 of a microvolt, or if you speak in dBm, minus 113 dBm, minus 123, still hearing that. Or 0.05 at minus 133. It's vaguely there, but I wouldn't call it consistent. But it's 123 dBm, minus 123 dBm, or 0.159. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, turn that noise down. 50 microvolts for S9, just over S9, so it's close enough. I'll tell you what it was doing on there just before was pretty accurate, very accurate. It's probably reading a tad high in respect to, you know, the 50 microvolt level being standard normally on the Icoms, but the way those guys were coming in from the US, not bad. Still haven't found the microphone. I've got to have a quick look. Okay, so I found the original Icom mic. It does have a little wiring problem at the moment, or switch problem, in that there is not doing what it should do. Normally, the concept of these push-to-talks is you push to talk and it talks. Well, you do, and the microphone does the rest. So at the moment, it's a wiring fault, because when I do this and talk into the microphone, like into the mic, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's have a look here. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. It's, yeah, okay. So it's got a wire off or something on the mic. We'll have a look at that and just see what's going on. Might turn it off transmit as well. But yeah, this is a nice looking little radio. Now, let me show you something that I'll put it back on the antenna to do this. So to have a true memory of an IC701, you've got to remember the relays. It's got a couple little marks I want to clean off in a minute. I'm so OCD, I hate marks on, and they're just ones that'll wipe off. Don't worry about me. OCD for sure. Okay, one of the things you had to get used to, have a listen. That's on external at the moment, so it'll just keep floating. Hear those relays? It finds its band. It's quite something, isn't it? Anyway, back on 7 megs. Look, lovely radio. Receiver, absolutely, just fantastic. That'll be FT8 down there. This receiver's very hot, actually, and we proved that with the analyzer just before. These guys are so strong.
She's wearing any underwear, and a couple of weeks later, I asked her. She said, "Well, of course. Why did you think that?" I said, "Well, it was pretty slinky." She said, "Well, that was on purpose."
Beautiful. Just, you know what? I'm in the workshop, and I don't normally sit here for listening pleasure. I sit here to have a bit of a play, and we make the odd video, and obviously we've got test equipment and bits, and sort of lying around. But this is, I could sit and listen to these guys. They're actually quite humorous. You gotta love it, don't you? Yeah, this might be. Maybe I'll need to calibrate the frequency a little bit. I'd say these guys are right spot on 7136. We'll have a look at that. I'll just and just so you know, it's such a simple thing to do on these things. These old girls, very easy to locate the oscillator, very easy to adjust. Not hard to do. I love the fronts on them though. They just did it so well back in the day. I've actually got the matching speaker. I should have bought it in for this. It's sitting out in the American barn. But yeah, beautiful. I could leave you listening to these guys here. They're just so good, aren't they?
They pay me, and I don't touch them unless I have a glove on, and then I send a bill. That was my always statement.
And then sanitize your hands.
Oh, that's so funny you say that. I went to the library yesterday, first time in 6 months.
Oh, look, I won't carry on with that, but I'm having more fun listening to them than I am looking at this radio. They're good fun guys, and look, a lot of these guys from the US, good senses of humour, and you know what? We need more of that in ham radio. I don't know what happened to our hobby, but humour sometimes got a little bit abducted from the hobby, and we do need to have a laugh, especially in this COVID-19 environment. Welcome to living in Victoria, where anyway, that's a different video, isn't it? All by itself. All right, that's the IC701 with the 701 power supply, and unfortunately with the 701 speaker not sitting here, but I just wanted to show you something that was 1980s. You know what? I need to check the date on that. I'm just thinking 1980s. Yeah, it'd be correct, but just thinking where. And I always think about, did it dip back into 79? Is it possible? But I don't think so. Hang on a tick. Now, this is why I use rig picks a fair bit. Look at that. 1978, 1979, they were discontinued. So that is not what I just said. And a bit of me was thinking, I wonder whether it dips into the 70s. So what a collectible, and as you can see on this webpage, they show you quite a bit of the information of the radio and rig picks. It's a great site actually for getting bits and pieces from. I'm really feeling good about buying this. So I think it's really a beautiful radio. Just having a bit of a look. Now the speaker that I've got for it makes me wonder whether what I'm calling a matching speaker, which looks pretty matching, is actually a matching speaker, because you don't see an accessory here mentioned. Now the ICRM2, I've got one of those, so we probably should have put that with it, and we certainly got SM2s in stock in the box like new, would you believe it, from the 70s. Crazy. All right, well, so there you go. A bit of a look at reality, just to exactly how old this radio is. So I'm going to finish off with these guys.
I was never a golfer. I said, anybody in 1960 would give kids for a dollar for a golf ball that he just hit away was beyond me.
A 1978 radio. Let's go to the extreme. You know, sort of. I tell you, if this is really 42 years old, that's amazing, isn't it? Look at these guys.
Coffee and the vertical's being heard over here.
And look, I do want to be honest here. I am on a Yagi up about 85 feet. I patched it through to this room so that I could actually use it in the workshop sometimes. Well, I patched it through just today. I just wanted to be able to do a little bit better on, you know, some of the testing and being able to receive and see what we could do. So we can now, with the click of a switch, just click through the stuff from Radio Shack A, and this is sort of becoming Radio Shack B anyway. All right. Did he just say he's running an inverted V?
With the reflector on it, like two inverted V's arranged as a makeshift Yagi, a 200 piece.
Unbelievable. 2 inverted V's as a makeshift Yagi. I'll tell you what, I want his inverted V's. I'll throw my beam away if I can have a signal like that. That's fantastic. All right, guys, 73s to you. And thank you to the guys in the US for contributing a little bit to this video. Really good signals coming in from these guys. Unfortunately, we didn't get any call signs at the time, but you know, it's no issue. Just wanted to I was just wondering who they were, but they are definitely funny guys, great guys. All right, 7-3s. This is VK3 Charlie Mike JDW229. Thanks for watching our videos, and please subscribe. People are on my back to try and get the subscriber base up. Apparently, I should be asking more for subscribers. And look, I'm not really looking to make any sort of monetary gain out of what we play with. But there is certainly, YouTube keeps sending me these these tips and bits and pieces, and I'm going, oh yeah, okay, good on you. We're trying, giving it our best. But yeah, please subscribe. There's a lot of you who just got to hit that button. We won't charge you for it. And anyway, 73s, all the best. Cheers.